Attention all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning. Well, everybody out there knows how much I love animals. And with us today is John Calvelli, and he's the Executive Vice President of Public Affairs for the Wildlife Conservation Society, and one of his jobs is the Bronx Zoo. Well, John, you know how much I love animals. I know how much you love animals. Give us an update. What the heck is going on?
John, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to just spend a few moments with you and talk to you about your favorite thing, animals. And I got to tell you, there's some really challenging things going on that have a lot of different implications. One of them is this whole idea of illegal wildlife trafficking. People have no idea that the trafficking of animals is one of the largest illegal businesses in the world. There's over $20 billion that people make illegally on this. And what does that do? That funds criminal groups, terrorism. It destabilizes regions and countries. It's a huge, huge problem. And amazingly, you say, well, what's that got to do with us here in New York? Well, the fact is, in the United States, over almost 50,000 animals are coming through our borders. I can tell you exactly, 48,793. And these animals are then caught by our border patrol or at the airports, and we got to find a home for them. So what we end up doing is we end up taking these animals at the Bronx Zoo and at the New York Aquarium, and we try to take care of them and bring them back to health, because many of them are very unhealthy. So in the Bronx Zoo alone last year, John, we were given 500 animals to take care of by the government. It's an incredible situation that people don't know about. And I know your love of animals and you care for animals, but also your visitors. This is a big, big issue, because if we don't do something about it, it is just going to get worse and worse and worse. And we cannot have that.
And the problem is worse and worse and worse because, it's in lieu of trying to do the right thing, sometimes we hurt our environment and hurt our animals. Like those. I apologize. I don't know where you stand on it. Those stupid windmills on the coastline of Long Island. It's my personal feeling is that they're hurting the whales. They're hurting the ecological thing of Atlantic Ocean along Long Island, and it's going to end up costing us much more for electricity. But I talked to you about the stallions in America. There used to be 3 million stallions. We're down to 50,000.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that we focus on, though, you think about the problems here, think about the problems in Africa or in Asia. So where we work, a lot of people are killing elephants and rhinos for their rhino horns and their elephant tusks. And you remember you and I worked on this issue many years ago. That's what was funding groups like the Lord's Resistance Army and Al-Shabaab. I mean, this illegal trade is creating money so that these organizations can then go out, buy guns, destabilize their country. I'll just tell you, one country that I was in a couple of years ago, Mozambique, up in the northern part, Al-Shabaab came in and created havoc. Many people were killed. Rangers were killed. And I got to tell you, this is one of those issues where Senator Graham has been a tremendous ally. He's been working on something called the U.S. Foundation for Natural Security. This idea that we got to take care of our environment, and then our environment will take care of us. And this is like a public-private partnership. So for every dollar that the U.S. government spends, $2 of private funds will be generated. So for $1, you're going to get 3, and it will help these animals. It'll help stabilize these areas. It'll make our country and our globe more secure. So in the end, this is pennies on the dollar that will be really, really smart. And, we got one issue still that we got to deal with. We got it passed by Congress. We got signed by the president. They got to set up the board. This board is important because then they could start to make the allocation. So we really need the board to be announced and set up so that we can then start moving and working with the State Department.
I agree with you 100%. And we have to get it accomplished because, we got problems in Africa, we got problems in South America, and we got problems all over the world. We even have problems, like we said, about in our own Wild Wild West with the stallions. So I'm side by side with you. We want to do
Thank you,
that,
my friend.
and God bless you and God bless America. What else would you like? It's Sunday morning. Is there something else you want to tell people?
I want to, I of course we started with the sad or challenging news, but I'm confident. I mean, I'm an eternal optimist as you are that our country can solve these problems, and I'm confident through this U.S. Foundation for Natural Security we're going to be able to make a real difference. But something happy here in New York, we have set up something called the Real Wild Film Festival. It's a wildlife documentary film festival that is going to be from April 23rd to April 26th. It's a juried festival. We got films from Nepal. We've got films on snow leopards. We've got films on bison. We even have a film about a beekeeper in the Bronx. And it is just this great set of stories about nature and people. And it's right here in New York because, to me, New York, it's the capital of finance. It's the capital of culture. But it's also the capital of conservation. People should never forget that. What New York does is really important, and this film festival is going to bring the world to us.
Well, John Calvelli, thank you so much, and keep fighting, and I'll fight with you side by side. WABC will fight with you side by side, and let's have a better world to live in.
Amen. Thank you. Have a great Sunday, and enjoy the day.